How would you spend £100 on board game in the Black Friday sales?
This is how we do it, but who does it best?
Hi, I'm Julian and this is Libby, and together we are BoxedMeeples. So, it's sale season.
It really is. It's hyping up, isn't it? Pre-Christmas, Black Friday stuff everywhere.
Yeah, Black Friday used to be a non-event in the UK, then it was one day, and now it's a whole month, it seems. But we've set ourselves a kind of virtual situation where we're pretending someone has given us £100 each to spend at our friendly local game store, Chaos Cards. So
Yes.
we've been prowling the website to find how we would spend £100. Now, this is £100 for us, so it's not £100 for someone else to help them build a collection. This is what we would spend £100 on.
Yeah, adding to our collection. Well, I mean, we have set ourselves a few rules. So we've only allowed ourselves to add things that were in stock at the time that we're filming now. So anything that's out of stock's out of bounds. And also, I mean, me humming off the back of Essen, there's an awful lot of things that are on pre-orders or expected in the next month or so, or on the first couple of months next year, that I have got my eager eyes on. But if it's not available to ship now, it's not allowed on the list.
Yes, so has to be in stock. Can be on sale, obviously. Which rendered this whole thing kind of pointless.
Yes.
So let's go through one by one what we've picked and add it to our virtual baskets.
And you can tell us who's shot better.
So what I did when I went on the website was basically list what's on sale, and I kind of started there. And one game caught my eye. It's called My Farm Shop. Now, if you look at this looks like a children's game. It's got a very child-friendly box.
It looks a lot like Dream Home that we already own.
Completely separate to that. Not part of a
But
series.
I mean, the art of it,
think...
you would think that it was a series.
Yeah. And I vaguely remembered this. I remember, it's been in my basket a few times. But I obviously haven't bought it. But now at £14.95, I thought, well, let's take a risk on it. And I did a bit of research, and it's Raldo's unsung game.
Right.
So I was like, well, okay, well, it's quite good. And I've watched some more reviews, and it turns out, yes, of course, it's not the best game ever, but apparently quite good. So I was like, well, let's chuck that in a basket.
Seems like it could be worth £15.
Yeah.
My first on the list is, I think I probably said something similar to you, because this one is just £1.25. And it's a game that I thought I had everything for. And it turns out I don't. Res Arcana has Alternative Mages card pack for £1.25. So they can get in the basket. I was starting low. It's like I'm channeling you. Normally I only get the really expensive games and then I've got nothing left. But, £1.25, I think you should be proud.
Yeah. So good, solid stars. Pocket change. Recently did a video called the Time Changer Challenge. You set this up where we had to think of various board games under various music pun related categories and pick a game for it.
Yeah.
And you chose the game Kites.
I did, for Give Me Just a Little More Time.
Yes, we did real-time games.
Yeah.
And this is a game we played back at UK Games Expo, not this year, the year before, prior to it coming out. And it was the first game we played at the Games Expo, because we had a look at it and they said, look, just have a play of it. And it was really fun.
Super fun, super panicky, oh my gosh, which one?
Yes.
Like brain fog inducing.
All you're doing is turning over egg timers to match which kite you want to launch or save. I can't remember the details about it. I remember I really enjoyed it. So for £15.40,
nice.
I'll have about that.
Yeah, and with the Christmas season coming up, family coming over that aren't necessarily big gamers and stuff, for something a bit sort of high energy, fun, whilst people gather around, I think that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Good shout. My next on the list, okay, so I've gone from the super cheap sort of lulling you into this whole am I channeling Julian, and then I'm going back on form.
Okay.
You know how much we love a Stonemaier game. and we haven't yet got Apiary.
We don't have Apiary yet.
It's on here for $54.95. It's a good price.
It's a good price. It's half your budget.
Yeah, but I have got something for £1.25.
Okay, well, it's two items for £56 or something.
Yeah. I just think it's a game that we're going to absolutely love, and I don't think there's much point in putting stuff on here that's just going to sort of sit on the shelves. I think that's the kind of game that will come out, get played. I mean, Space Bees. You can't go wrong with Space Bees, right?
We rarely have a bad experience at a Stonemaier game.
Yeah.
So I've often said I kind of find their logo on a box a seal of quality.
Yeah.
And it's getting great reviews. So
exactly, I think it's something that we would play a lot. So it's worth more than half my budget.
The temptation is just to fill it with lots of sale games, and then you get a box full of stuff that you go, oh, these are okay, I'm pleased I bought them. But then when you think about it, I spent £100 on something I don't really want.
Yeah, so. No, I want to be excited and feel kind of like passionate about, oh my gosh, yes.
Makes sense.
When the postman comes, I want to be leaping for joy. And I think that Apiary would help do that.
Okay. So I'll continue on that thread.
Okay.
I didn't want to just fill it full of bargain games. I often do and go, hey, aren't I clever? I bought 20 games.
And I'm like, I got 3.
So, but I wanted to get games I genuinely were intrigued by or wanted to have in the collection. So I've picked Sky Team, which has just come out, but it's now $25.85. So I've got a little bit of money off. And I saw this at the beginning of the year, I think it was, and I charged you to look it up at Essen. And it's a 2-player only game where you need to land a plane.
Yeah.
And everyone's really loving it. You weren't able to get it at Essen or see it, or
yeah, I saw. I mean, there's a lot at Essen, and it's one of those ones that unfortunately I just didn't get to the right place at the right time for.
I mean, very, very nearly played it on the day we're filming this. We've just come back from a local convention where they had demo copies of it there, and we were eager to play it, but time got away from us, and we were busy filming stuff in the video you're going to see. And we had the children with us, so we couldn't really sit down and really get immersed in the game. So I'm kind of kicking myself that we didn't get a chance to play that. But yes, I would throw Sky Team on the list.
Good shout.
Thank you.
Approved.
Yay.
My next one up is an expansion for a game that we absolutely love. It is Tidal Blades, Heroes of the Reef, Angler's Cove expansion, which I think adds another player and some extra bits and bobs to the one that we have. The sort of first one in that series. We have the Banner Festival as well. Of course, there's the next one coming. And we just love that world, that art, that everything. So I would be excited to see what that adds to the game. And it is $21.95. So
not too bad.
Not bad. Yeah. Yeah. More of that world. Yes, please.
So I'm fulfilling dreams, really, with this list. Before UK Games Expo, we filmed what we wanted to see at that, and I said, I'm keen to see what's in the Bring 'em By, and I thought there'd be games that were kind of play onceable. Is that a word? Play onceable. You can only play once, and you then know it. And I thought MicroMacro, there'd be loads of copies of MicroMacro in there. I think I saw one in there. And it was more or less the same price as it was new. I think it's £25 or something. However, in the sale is MicroMacro Crime City 2 Full House.
Oh.
And that is the family-friendly edition as far as I'm aware.
Right.
So we could play that with the children. We can play that all together. Because we played a few of the cases for MicroMacro, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And we weren't playing in an ideal way. We were playing it on an app to kind of get a taste of what it was. But I like the idea of spreading out on the table. Friends around, Christmas time. Let's play a game that takes the whole table. We can all gather around. I've got no idea how well that'll work, but it's a bit different and fun, and it's easy to explain.
Yeah, and easier than sort of scrolling through the app, which worked absolutely fine. By the way.
It wasn't.
It's just, I don't know. You kind of feel like you want to do these things as they are intended sometimes. Yeah. So and it was a lot of fun for us doing it. So we'd like to do more cases. I think.
Yeah. So £18.95. That was
not bad. sea salt and paper we have, and
We
there's
do.
an extra salt expansion that you can get for £3.95 that adds a few extra cards and some different win conditions and bits like that in there. Sea salt and paper is a game we just discovered in the last couple of months, and it's just a pack of cards size, super easy to take places, play with people, really fun. I seem to be not very good at it, so I need to get better. Maybe I need the extra salt to help me
Maybe
out.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, cost per card that's quite expensive, but the amount of extra fun that's going to bring to sea
Yeah,
salt and paper.
and I
is-
think it's a really playable game. Much like some of the Oink games, like Scout and ones like that we play quite a lot. You can take them to conventions. You can take them over to family and friends for dinner easily. Just pop them in the handbag and forget about it until someone's like, "Oh, have you not brought any games?"
Stealth games to the table.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would get a lot of use.
Another game in the sale that caught my eye was Foodie Forest, and this caught my eye for the box art. It looked really cute. I did a bit of research on it, and I saw a video by Boardgame Happy, who we've met through various kind of social circles, and he taught me crumbs when I was at the UK Games Expo this year, and he talked about how it's a Rhinokinitsia kind of trick-taking game.
Oh.
But he said he favoured it playing at 2 to 3 players.
Which trick taking, that's quite unusual.
Yeah, we've recently thought, well, you can't have trick-taking games with 2 players; they don't really work. Saw that with Banner Festival worked brilliantly. So
Did.
yeah, I'm intrigued by the idea of little woodland creatures, cooking.
Sounds cute.
I like the theme, and it's based on an older game, a reversion of that, and you're kind of reimagining. It's not an entirely new game. I think it's a couple of years old, but for £12.95.
Worth a try.
Yeah, good pedigree, I thought.
Excellent. Next up on my list is another expansion for a game that I recently fell in love with. Can you see there's a bit of a theme here? Just getting loads of expansions.
Making
for
all
games
your favourite games better.
Yeah. Yeah, this time for Anachrony. This is the future Imperfect expansion, which is £18.95. Now Anachrony. I mean, we played our friends who have the big box fancy version with everything in it, and I mean, I have the normal Essentials edition. I think is it.
It is, yeah, the Essentials edition.
Yeah, and I wish that I had the big box one. So, I mean, I could get this expansion and it'll add a bit to it, and then I can get another expansion and add a bit and another expansion and another bit. I'm probably still going to wish that I had the big box and hope at some point that I'll be able to sort of trade or something.
It's a kind of tipping point, is it? Do you bail out now and go, okay, I'll sell that, maybe make a loss, but then get the Essentials edition, get everything you want
in one box? Yeah,
we've done it before with Everdell. When the big super edition came out for that, and we only had a couple of the expansions, it worked out good value. So maybe
it might.
Maybe
happen.
it's time.
That might happen, but at the moment, I've added that in so that we have some more of that fun content that we have played with and loved.
Yeah, Anachrony is fantastic.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a quandary, that one, but it's on the list because absolutely adored it. Yeah.
Chaos cards have a big range of paints, which they also sell, and they're obviously on the website.
They do.
Anyone who's watched our channel this year would have found this year has been my year of discovering that I really love painting again.
I even learnt to paint.
Yeah, and Speedpaints are the reason I love that. It's gone from being this thing where I said, I'm never going to do this again. I spent 2 hours painting one miniature to I can make a table-worthy miniature in sort of 20 minutes. And I do that while, trying to relax a lot. And it's been really fantastic. It's been kind of my favourite discovery of the year, how much I do enjoy painting again. However, the speed paints I have of yellow are rubbish. I've got a really good blue, a really good green. I'm happy with all of the kind of base colours, exception of yellow, which always seems to come out orange.
Yeah.
So I am plunging my flag into Ancient Honey.
Oh,
that sounds like a good yellow.
Yeah.
I just want to find a yellow that doesn't go orange. So if this is the one, I'm set. Any yellow on figures, I know I'm going.
Is that set honey because it's ancient, so it's like quite pale?
I just want
is it ancient?
That's the thing. I want a vibrant yellow. I've got a great vibrant red, very vibrant green.
Right.
Just the yellow goes red. It goes orangey, and I want a yellow that stays yellow.
Fine.
That's the dream. I'm willing
Like
to.
a lotus car yellow.
Yeah.
Right.
Bright, vibrant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure you're going to get that with ancient honey. At least the sound doesn't.
Well,
The name doesn't imply
it's
it.
yellowy.
But you can give it a go.
And it's £3.15. So
Okay.
yeah, let's try that.
Last up on my list, I didn't have a lot of budget left, is £4.25 for another little character in the sort of mystery boxes that you can get for Star Wars Rivals. Star Wars Rivals is a game we picked up at UK Games Expo.
We did, yep.
And we have got a couple of boosters since, both the light side and the dark side. But we are still a few characters missing, and it's a game that we quite like to play as a family. I think it works quite well. That sort of almost like area control and a lot of the characters have different amounts of power and they might hit things different ways. So it's good to have a bit of variety.
Are you going for a light side or a dark side one?
I've gone for dark side because there was more stock in the dark side.
Okay.
I was worried about the light side running out of stock. But I think that we have a little bit more light side at the minute. So I was thinking that would balance us out.
And we really want Grievous. Because the miniature for Grievous is fantastic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be a good one.
So that would be good.
So my last item I'm adding to the list is Carter Ventura Hollywood.
Oh,
Now,
I've seen these.
I didn't know anything about these until I started looking through the sales. I was like, what are these? And they're basically just a narrative story through kind of card play. And anyone knows this. I really love narrative games, and I particularly really love kind of classic Hollywood period. It's one of my favourite.
I saw that there was a cheaper one, but you've obviously gone for
because
the theme.
I wanted if it's a compelling story about, I think it's 1920s 1930s Hollywood.
Nice.
So kind of the silent age going into, this is a kind of period of time I studied quite a lot at university, so it's always been very interesting for me. So yeah, I don't know if it's you play it once and that's an experience, or if it's evolves and you have different kind of story routes. I don't know much about it, but I'm willing to take a £10.25 risk on it.
Yeah,
just because it kind of intrigued me. And there's others in the series. So if I do enjoy this, maybe some of the other stories will grab me. But yeah, the theme was the selling point for it.
Nice. Excellent.
What?
Well, that was me. I'm out of budget now. So is that you finished?
That's
as
me.
well?
I think so. Let's
should we total up?
Let's tot up these bad boys.
So
So my total came to £101.50. Now don't worry, because there's a convenient discount code. If you use the code you'll find below in the description for this video, you will find you can get 5% off at Chaos Cards on a purchase over £35. Obviously, this is over £35, which will take me under the £100 budget.
Yes, yeah. Now, I also took into consideration our discount code. And mine totals £105.30. So with that 5%, I might be just a few
because it's going to be
pennies out.
You're going to get 5% off. So obviously that's 5. You're going to be 20 something p over.
Yeah. Or yeah.
But I'm going to be under, so I can.
You can share.
I can shout you 20p.
Because otherwise, I was going to have to use my sort of store credit that's there waiting for my previous purchases or something, and sort of get around it that way. But if you're willing to share your change,
I will have a little bit of short change.
I'll take that.
I don't think there's much in there for a couple of pounds. If there is, I might chuck a load of dice in there just so you don't get that. But yeah, that's fine.
So that's how we would spend £100 at our friendly local game store. What would you buy? Have you got any ideas and things? What do you like from our list? And more importantly, whose list is the best? We'd love it if you would tell us in the comments.
It's a tricky one because I think you've got a game we'd most likely table quickest with Apiary.
Yeah.
Obviously, I got one more item, but I did get a paint, which is £3. So yeah, it's
and I've mainly added to things that I already like, rather than added. You've gone out on a limb to try some new things, which is exciting in some ways, and sometimes the expansions do sit there for a little bit before we manage to
But on the flip side,
again.
sometimes once we've got an expansion or particularly an insert, we go, well, let's play that now.
Yeah, and it's easier to learn a new game once you for an expansion, because you already know the basis of it. It's just adding that in. Whereas when a new thing comes, you've got to get all the way through the rules.
You've got to find a Rodney video to learn how to play it. Yeah. But obviously let us know in the comments down below. And if it's the first time you've seen one of our videos, we are Julian and Libby, and we post a YouTube video at least twice a week. And they're always about board games.
They
So
are
if that's your kind of thing, do consider subscribing, ringing the bell for notification, all of the fun YouTube things.
Yes, please. And of course, you will have noticed that we've been shopping at Chaos Cards because that's one of our friendly local game stores. And as we mentioned with our shop, we do have the discount code, so don't forget that in the description there. If you happen to be shopping online for Christmas.
And if you're quick, you might still be able to get some of these games we've talked about because they are currently on sale and they are in stock. So if you're quick and you're watching this and go, oh, I want a bit of that, jump on it before it goes out of stock.
Be careful though, there's a few with just one left. I mean, I think there was a couple like I nearly put in like a Zoom Mini, things like that. There was just one left of. So yeah,
big risk. But as always, thanks so much for watching.
See you next time. Bye.